Hi, I'm Laura Sheehan here at Sheehan Natural Health Improvement Center in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This is my husband, Dr. Keith Sheehan.
Hi.
We're sitting in Dr. Sheehan's waiting room. We've got the essential oil diffuser over on the right. Dr. Sheehan, let me ask you, what are you diffusing today?
There's tangerine. Oh, look at this. I even have them right here. This is like a commercial. Tangerine.
Tangerine.
Okay, the reason why I use tangerine is it smells nice.
It smells nice.
I don't know if it has any medicinal properties. It probably does, but I do know that people like it.
Essential oils do smell really nice.
You always want to do what makes life easier for people. Okay, thyme is an antimicrobial. We get a lot of sick people in here.
Wow.
Okay, there's other ones, but I just happen to have thyme, so I put it in there. Usually I put in about 4 drops of tangerine, 1 drop of thyme, and then frankincense. Ooh, one of them is leaking. I put frankincense in there because frankincense is really good for drainage of toxins from the brain.
Really?
Yeah,
What about that? I had no idea.
I know.
Well, today I wanted to ask you a question. What causes asthma?
What causes asthma? Okay, so I am going to talk to you from a first-person perspective, or narrative, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because asthma is near and dear to my heart, because I had asthma, and it was really, really bad. You remember when I used to have to take my allergy medicine and my asthma medication all day, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and I used to go through an inhaler like every couple
Yeah, I
years.
remember you were always taking an inhaler.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. So anyway,
You couldn't breathe at night either.
it was horrible. It used to wake me up. My lungs would rattle so long.
Wow, you haven't taken it. How long has it been since you've taken an inhaler?
A long time. I put it this way, I have one. Excuse me. I have one just in case. I mean, you can die from it. And so I keep it, but...
You can die, what, from taking the inhaler?
No. Well, I mean, theoretically, yeah. But no, you can die from asthma.
Oh, right.
Okay, but what happened was I have a small one that I think has like 50 puffs or something like that. And I've had it for a number of years, and I still have it, and it's just sitting there. So just in case I ever get in an emergency situation, I can have it there, but I don't remember the last time, a year ago, 2 years ago. But instead of taking it regularly, if I ever got a cold, I would take it once or twice. But I never have to use it regularly anymore.
Right. Wow, that's great.
So I'm going to tell you, okay, what I have found in me with my asthma and other patients. Okay, keep in mind I'm talking from experience. I'm not just talking about me. I'm also talking about my patients. Okay, the first thing is that you have to cut down sugar. Okay, because when you cut down sugar, okay, sugar causes the release of insulin in your system, and insulin basically suppresses your immune system. Well, one of the things it does, it suppresses your immune system. Okay, so keep that in mind for a little while. Also, sugar is toxic to your liver, extremely toxic to your liver. Okay, and you store, like, basically if your liver isn't working properly, and a lot of people it doesn't, what'll happen, your liver processes the histamines and it drains the toxins out of your body. It's the main thing that does it. Okay, so if you cut down the sugar, you'll detoxify better, and also your immune system work better. Okay.
Okay.
Number 3, you've got to get your digestion right. You know, you've got your stomach, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine, pancreas, and spleen. Okay?
Yes.
You've got to make sure that they all work properly, because if they do not work properly, the undigested food will cause excess mucus secretions, which will actually aggravate asthma. That was part of what was bothering me.
Wow.
Yeah. So once you get down sugar and you basically avoid the allergens, basically we have what's called nutrition response testing, which can help you hone in on what your food sensitivities are and which organs are actually malfunctioning because of them. Once you supplement that right, then what will happen is, usually with asthma, you're also going to have 1 or more bugs in your system. We affectionately call them bugs, which are bacteria, viruses, parasites, and funguses. Okay, you see a lot of people with fungus in their lungs. I called mine fungus lung. I had terrible fungus.
That's gross.
Yeah, it was nasty. Remember what I used to sound like at night? I'd be laying there and you could hear rattling.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, and then you get that seal cough sometimes.
Ugh, that was horrible. So anyway, so what you do is once you fix the digestion, cut down the sugar, fix the digestive weaknesses, Then what you want to do, notice I haven't even really mentioned the lungs. Then what you want to do is figure out which immune challenge that you have, and then correct that with supplementation. Okay, the reason why we use supplements, I mean, people will say, can I use an antibiotic or an a drug that's an antifungal, antiparasite, or something like that? You have to understand that if one part of your immune system is malfunctioning, okay, what will happen is there will be other parts of your immune system malfunctioning. So in other words, like I see a lot of people Lyme disease and stuff like that, and they'll have bacteria, viruses, parasites, and funguses, sometimes all of them. And sometimes you need support various different parts of the immune system. If you do that, okay, the person gets better. If you only basically if you were only take say an antibacterial, the other stuff would still be there. And so when you use supplementation, because there's no side effects, okay, you can actually kill off a bunch of different bugs that are in your system, and you won't have any side effects.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's the reason why we use it. I mean, we're not against drugs. It's just that, long-term use of antibiotics is going to make people sick.
Well, as a chiropractor, it's just really not within what you're able to do.
Yeah, and it's not. Although even if I could do it, I don't think I'd use a bunch of drugs. I would. There's much more things out there that don't have side effects.
Well, that's great, and that's really good news.
Yeah. So that's the way that we do it. At the end, some people do need to drain the pus and the garbage out of their lungs, sinus, and stuff like that, and we have supplements for that, and they work very, very well. But only by getting down the sugar, identifying and eliminating the food intolerances, and supporting the organs that are weak that cause that in the first place, mm-hmm. and then killing off the microbes, will a person get better from asthma. And I've seen, me, I'm 100% better now.
Wow, and how long would you say it would take a person to get better from asthma?
Well, it depends on the person. Depends on how severe, one, how long they've had it, how old they are. Okay, you get somebody that's in their 20s and they've got asthma, and they haven't been on too much medication or anything like that, they're going to get better a lot quicker than someone that's, say, 40 and that's had it for 30 years. So that's basically, right now I have a person that's got really bad asthma. She's much better. She's like about 70% better. But she's had it and she didn't see me, for a good 20 years, really, really bad. And, she was missing work and stuff like that. And also she did not cut down sugar enough. It keeps on getting back into her diet. So it keeps on coming back. But with a person like that, it takes a long time. But another person like me, once I figured out how to do it in that step-by-step process, it was not very long.
Wow, that's really good news.
A couple weeks, something like that.
A
couple weeks. Asthma is not the biggest, baddest disease. You just basically have to attack it on all fronts.
Wow, okay. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Sheehan. And if you like this video, like it, share it, and we'll see you in the next one.